Today, on Be Something Wonderful, shifting realities and manifesting instantly. Here's the answer. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning. I want to thank you for joining us yesterday for the live event. The live stream that we broadcast exclusively on the membership channel that is now available if you didn't make it or you want to watch it again. If you're a member and you didn't make yesterday's live stream or you want to watch it again, it's now available on the membership channel. If you're a member, check it out. If you're not a member, there's a link below. Also, there was a video that we released on the membership channel just a few days ago. And I've gotten emails and comments now that some of the members feel it was the biggest video yet. Massive video, and they're loving it. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. Today, guys, I want to talk about a client. She's a regular client. And over the past year, she's just manifesting, she's creating the life of her dreams. There's no question she's a powerful creator. But every once in a while, we revisit questions that she's asked before. And where there's still a little doubt. And one of them is around third parties in a specific person relationship that she's in, that there were third parties. But her question was, Tom, how come I can't move to my new reality instantly? How come I can't manifest instantly this change? We're going to talk about this. But guys, remember, and there was also a comment on the channel, which actually I'm going to use that comment in the session, but more this comment, because this is a perfect one, about a noisy neighbor, to demonstrate today that you are always manifesting instantly and that you are always shifting realities instantly, now, in that moment, right? And the only reason you're not seeing what you want is you're shifting realities, but then you're still looking out there looking for evidence that you haven't shifted, for evidence that that third party's there, for evidence that noisy neighbor's still there. But we're going to show you how this works, how you shift realities, what's behind that. So I would like to get rid of a noisy neighbor. I get extremely irritated since it affects my need for peace and sleep. So remember, you are source. You create your own experience of reality, all of it. So hear this, you're not seeing and experiencing the noisy neighbor and then getting extremely irritated. This is what we think. We see a third party, in the example with my client yesterday, we'll see a third party or someone where our SP has been with or is with, and we get jealous. Well, it's not that you're seeing that condition and then getting jealous. That jealousy's already there. That irritation's already there. There's a thought and assumption that's already there. That's why you're seeing that reality. So it's not that you're seeing and experiencing the noisy neighbor and then getting extremely irritated. Rather, you're resonating, you're corresponding, and you're identifying with a state of being and a version of you and reality where things irritate you, based on your assumptions of yourself in the world. Do you hear it? Or you're creating a reality. You're resonating, corresponding, identifying with a state of being and a version of reality where things make you jealous. Do you see it? You're resonating with the jealousy. You're resonating with the irritation based on some assumption or belief you have. Always. You're only ever feeling your assumptions and beliefs and your thoughts. That's where that all comes from. Remember, your core vibration is love. It's peace and love. It's that joy that's beyond all understanding, as Scripture says. That's your true state of being. That's your core vibration. It's absolutely the highest. You don't need to find that vibration. Right? You're already that vibration. Right? But it's those thoughts of jealousy, those thoughts of irritation, that those experiences can happen that puts them there. You're putting them there in every case. You're creating the hologram in the mind of your 3D world experience, which we're going to hit today, right? So remember, you don't get rid of anything. You move to an alternative parallel reality or experience or mental hologram, a new world for you. And every Remember, every second, you're moving billions of frames of reality, billions of images of reality. You move to one where that noisy neighbor is not there, where the things that irritate you are not there, where the third party is not there, where things that make you jealous are not there. Remember, you don't necessarily get or experience what you want or need, because this one says, it affects my need for peace and sleep, right? Remember, you don't necessarily get or experience what you want or need, but rather who and what you are conscious of being, right? You're not being affected by reality. You are affecting reality. You're creating it, right? What you are thinking, believing, and assuming, and therefore feeling, because you're only ever feeling what you think and believing, assuming, your dominant state of being, right? That's what you are thinking. Your dominant state, that's what's going on. That's what you're experiencing. Who and what you're conscious of being, what you're thinking, believing, and assuming, and therefore feeling, your dominant state of being. That is what you get. You don't get what you want and need. You get what you're conscious of being. You get what you're thinking, believing, and assuming, and feeling. You get your dominant state of being. The movement, right? You don't move anywhere. You don't go anywhere. There's nowhere to go. So where's the movement? The movement is in your mind. You don't go anywhere. And neither does the noisy neighbor. It's all here and now, and it's all in your mind. It's all a projection within you, right? It's all that. You create a holographic experience of reality, or all that is, and of reality. And it is you, and you are all that is, right? Remember, you create a holographic experience of reality, or all that is you, and you are all that is. It's you. You are all that is, and all that is you. You create that holographic experience out of you, of that reality, that mental image or frame within which you're the center. It's all you. You create that frame, but you're the center of it also, right? That's what everyone is you pushed out means. You're creating billions of frames of parallel realities per second, infinite experiences or frames. And remember, when we say billions of frames per second in the idea of time and speed, it's a linear idea. It means it's essentially instant, happening here and now. You're going through those frames. You're creating billions, instantly creating these frames, moving through, giving you the experience of moving through reality, moving through time and space. But you're not moving to time and space. You're essentially just in a different frame of reality in every moment, in every second, every moment of now. Remember, we can say billions of frames a second, but that's all we have to describe it somehow in linear terms. But it's all happening now. You're creating those holographic images of everything. Your entire world, now, and now. You're only ever perceiving source or ultimate reality while creating your infinite experiences of it. So remember, you're only ever looking at or perceiving source. It's all source or ultimate reality. The kingdom is within you while creating your infinite experiences of it. So you're perceiving and creating at the same time. Appearances and conditions, or the worlds that you're creating, these holographic images, these billions of frames per second. And that's all happening at the same time. The perceiving and creating is one, right? You are source. So they are experiences of you or yourself or source. You're all of it. We're going to show this today. Very powerful. So you don't perceive the 3D world through your senses, right? Rather, you create all of it with your senses. Because that question came up again in another session. We're talking about, what about denying my senses? What about trying to get rid of things? What about ignoring 3D reality? Well, you don't perceive the 3D world through your senses. Rather, you create all of it with your senses. It makes no sense to deny your senses. That's how you create reality. What you see, hear, taste, smell, and touch filters out more than 99.9% of all that is. It's a filter. That's how you create worlds. That's how you focus in on what you want. In other words, they filter out more than 99.9% of your potential experience of reality. Wow, that's powerful. That's what your senses do, allowing you only to perceive less than 0.1% or that 0.0001% of all that is or all that you are, according to your beliefs and assumptions and your thoughts and feelings. It's all according to your beliefs and assumptions and your thoughts and feelings. And you create that experience of that through the experience of those assumptions and those thoughts and feelings through your senses. So you don't want to deny anything. You want to understand it. You want to understand who you are. right? And how you perceive 3D reality, how you create it, right? That's powerful today. When we say the holographic image of 3D conditions is an unreality, some of you ask that question. Are both wanted and unwanted conditions an unreality? But remember, we're not saying they're not reality. We're saying they're not the true reality. They're not ultimate reality. They're the unreality. We're not saying that they're unreal. That they're not a real experience. Those conditions are a real experience. That holographic image, just like a reflection in the mirror, if you're real, the image is real. Okay? So if you're real, the holographic image is real. It's all real. It's all a real experience of ultimate reality. So it's not what it seems is really what we're saying. There is a greater reality, a source behind all of it. There's a source behind all of it. So like a reflection in the mirror, it's real. It's a real experience of the image in front of the mirror. Right? That's what we're talking about. So it's not about denying your 3D senses. It's not about ignoring 3D conditions. Right? So when you deny your 3D senses, you're denying the mechanism or the apparatus or the vehicle through which you create and experience your reality. Do you see it? So it makes no sense to deny them. And when you ignore 3D conditions, you're ignoring reality or source or yourself. Right? Those ideas of ignoring 3D conditions or denying your senses, they might help you bang out a few manifestations, for sure. You might be able to create some manifestations in the 3D world, but it doesn't give you dominion over your entire life experience. So you're always going, what's next? When's the other shoe going to drop? I got this, I manifested this, but I didn't manifest that. So it's not about ignoring those conditions. It's not about denying anything. It's about understanding who you really are, that you are, you create that holographic image out of the mind, but you create yourself through that mind, through that divine mind. You create all of it as all that is. Wow. So this is powerful today, right? So, and some of you talk, well, I got some movement or a partial manifestation, but I didn't get all of it. Remember, it's not some movement. That's all the movement. In other words, it's a holographic image. Every part contains the whole. So whatever movement is, that's all of the movement. That's all of reality. It's a new reality, a new frame, a new experience of all that is. In every moment, this is happening. So it's not a partial manifestation. It's not some movement, it's a new reality, it's a new frame, it's a new experience of all that is. It's that new holographic image that you've created yourself in the world. But in that holographic image, in that self you are, is everything, is all of reality, is all that is. There's no separation, right? So it's not about denying your senses or ignoring 3D conditions or trying to get rid of your noisy neighbor or get rid of third parties. Right? But rather it's about shifting your assumptions, your thoughts and beliefs about yourself and your world, your noisy neighbor and that third party and your SP. Shift those beliefs. That's where the shifting goes on in your mind. This creates a new frame or a holographic image, a new world within which you perceive and experience your experience, within which you perceive and your experience of reality, of ultimate reality. And that's happening in every moment. A new frame, in infinite frames, infinite experiences, happening in every moment, now. You're always in a new reality. It's always instant. Really want you to understand that, right? So, through your 3D senses and beliefs, assumptions, you allow or you receive more of who you really are to be known or perceived. So through your senses, through your beliefs, through your assumptions, you allow or receive more of who you really are to be known or perceived. You get to be known or perceive or know more of yourself. That's what the allowing or receiving state is. To know more of all that is, to know more about yourself, to be more aware of the real you. When you're feeling, and hear this, when you're feeling negative emotion, such as that jealousy or that irritation, such as irritation or jealousy, for example, you are feeling source energy through a thought, belief, or assumption that is not your true of who you really are. It's not your true nature. That's why it doesn't feel good. Your core vibration, who you really are, is love. It's that peace. It's that joy, right? It's that the emotions are so elevated that it's a state of being. It's vibrating so high that it appears to not even be moving. That's who you really are. So when you feel anything else less than that, it doesn't feel good, or it doesn't feel like it. It just feels less, right? You could still feel joy, but not the joy of that state of being who you really are. It would just be a less of the experience, right? Do you see it? Even your core vibration or your frequency is pure love. So all those feelings that are elevated emotions are closer to your core vibration, right? Source or pure awareness. When you assume something less, it doesn't feel good, or it doesn't feel as high as that core vibration, as amazing as that core vibration. You can say, I feel really good today. That's less than amazing, right? And then there's the perfect vibration, or the perfect core vibration that you are, that joy. So it's really about positive being, right? Not so much positive thinking, but positive feeling, positive being. Your core vibration as source, all that is, sending and expanding love, infinitely more powerful than creating from irritation or negative assumptions or anger or anything else. That example came up when someone says, well, I manifest from when I'm really angry. Yes, you can create things. I've said that you can create things from any emotional state. But there's nothing more powerful than the positive beingness, the love, or the source you are. Now you're creating instantly. Now you are who you truly are. Now you're creating everything you could ever want, right? Versus trying to bang something out by getting angry and then giving it. Remember, it's not the anger that manifests. It was your conviction to move to that reality, to say, I have that now. I am that person. I'm done with this old reality. I'm done with the suffering. I'm done with being angry. I'm done with all that. I'm going to move to my new state. Right? That's what it's all about. But remember, love is expanding love is always what it's about. And that's what creates that instant movement or that manifestation, right? That absolute love that you are. So yeah, you can create from those states, but many times it's going to be what you don't want. And you're gonna still feel that, right? So the core vibration is love. Remember, here's infinity. Here are you at the center of infinity always. But you are infinity. So you're at the center. But you're not only that. You're all of it. And then from that, from who you are, from all that is, you're projecting a certain experience. It's all that is, having that, knowing what it knows experientially through you as a divine center, as a point in that divine mind. And so you project an image. Right? This experience or that image or that frame is a world. It's an entire world. It's a new earth every moment, as Bashar and other spiritual greats talk about. And you're doing that billions of times a second. Remember, billions of times a second is the best we can do to describe that because it's all happening now. You're creating or perceiving this 0.0001% experience of reality. That's what that image is. But within that 0.0001% of perceived 3D reality, that holographic image is all that is. All of it is all that is. And it's always changing. It's always instant. And it's always a new frame in every now moment. So it's always instant. You're shifting realities instantly. You're manifesting instantly, right? All that is. You, the 3D world, infinity, consciousness, awareness is holographic, where every part of the whole contains or mirrors the whole. It's one substance or reality. That's what holy means. Whole. It's one. One substance, one God, one all that is, one source. That's what that means. One beingness. In Him we live and move and have our being. And these are the frames that you create. Those are the holographic images you create. This means you as infinity, as a quantum field, as a divine matrix, as all that is, as awareness, as consciousness, as God, whatever you want to call it. You're non-local, meaning you're everywhere at once, and you're holographic, means you're everything at once. So you're everywhere and everything all at once. You don't go anywhere. You don't change anything. Do you see it? You're not changing anything. You're just in a new holographic frame in each moment. Do you see it? But you don't go anywhere and you don't change anything other than your assumptions and beliefs, other than your mental mix. Right? That creates a new frame, a new image, a new hologram through which you experience all that is and as all that is. You experience all that is as all that is. And the more in line you are with your core vibration, the higher the spiritual thought, the more it's infinitely more powerful. Then you are experiencing your highest ideal reality, right? So you're not sending your thoughts and prayers, right? Your thoughts and prayers are already everywhere as soon as you think them, as soon as you pray. Your manifestations and shifts are always instant and they're always here and now. Your thoughts and assumptions and prayers are already everywhere all at once. That's how you do it. So shifting realities and instant manifestations, you're doing it in every moment, right? But as you shift to that new frame, you're looking for evidence where it hasn't changed, or you're looking for some movement. Or some manifestation, or some signs. Remember, it's all movement. You have moved. It's a new frame in every moment. So to the extent that you're aware of who you really are, to the extent that you're aware that it's a new frame, to the extent that you're assuming, right, in absolute terms, an absolute conviction of who you are, then it's instant. And it's happening now. You are in that ideal reality no matter what. That's shifting realities and manifesting instantly. That's the answer. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up, become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, for joining our TikTok channel. It's not really joining, just follow us there at Be Something Wonderful. More videos are going to be added to that, as well as to the shorts on YouTube. And guys, just thank you for being part of the membership channel. We had such a delightful live stream. We had a big, massive video we released a few days ago. I'm still hearing from you guys on that video. Amazing. And we're going to have another one lined up, queued up for this week. Until next time, this is Tom Kearin with Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. With great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude. Creators, we'll see you soon.